To me, the impression I got, it is business. And then I told them, sign me up. If I can get money out of this, sign me up. So I came with an investor's mind. Because I came with the purpose of making what? Money. And then when we settled down for a short presentation, I then realized it's not an investment. It is not a business. Then I got mixed up then, right? Then I thought, then how am I going to make money here if it's not a business, if it's not an investment? Then slowly by slowly, nikifanya practically, I came to understand how the program works. So you may not comprehend what we are going to teach you today, but we have a senior guy in the business, a mentor, very supportive leader, very educative, well versed with the program. So you are actually going to get first-hand information. Saa zingine mimi ukiniuliza zingine inanibidi niseme hold on kidogo wacha niuli, but leo yuko hapa. He'll tackle all your questions. You'll get all the basic things you need to know. We may not go deep, but we have members training which we started yesterday. So it is in our members training that we'll go with you deep. If today we go deep, if you are new in this program, you'll get a wrong impression that this program is complicated, blah, 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 blah. We don't want you to go with that kind of impression. So, now, I hope the next speaker is ready. Please just help me welcome him with a lot of excitement, because if you don't show that, hata kuwa na nguvu ya kuongea. Sawa, pima, angusha, tena. Thank you so much, Mike. The stage is yours with all due respect. Karibu sana. Wow. Next time, I believe we are going to have more senior people, especially ladies. Do we have ladies in the room? You are going to be the first one to do a presentation here now that you're in green. Acceptable? Karibu sana. Welcome. Even nilipotea, but I hope you are going to cope up, eh? Karibu. There's a blackout. We are going to don't work it out.
Before maybe you start.
Yes.
You better accept us to ask questions randomly so that you can pick a point from where you never had anything.
Yes.
There is this macros which are the internal currents, isn't it?
Yes.
How does one get them when you register?
Let me chip in. Spare your question until after the presentation. There now you come up with a question and we'll be in harmony. Because this is another session, eh? Just like the one in the morning. Karibu, eh? Yeah, please spare your questions until after the presentation, eh?
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Tino, for your kind words. I can say kind words. Anyway, it is motivational and it encourages us to continue in the community. Basically, mine is mostly a matter of motivating you. There is a blackout here and the darkness is all over the place. I really don't like such a place, but we'll continue because I thought we will do a lot with projection, and so we can see things demonstrated to people to see them clearly as they're coming, especially new people. So for new members, I just want to welcome you again in this afternoon session. My name again is Michael Grace. I reside somewhere in Kiambu, those sides of Nairobi. I'm an MMM member in Kenya, also a guider. Another name for a guider is a servant. Maybe you have never known about that. So if you are given chance to become a guider, you are also a servant, because all the times you have to go on guiding people and answering people's questions all the times. You have to move with them, walk with them all the way along. So basically that is the type of work I'm doing. I'm a servant in MMM. I'm serving and I'm helping which other members who also come along with me. So, for new members, you are very much welcome in this evening session. We had in the morning session, we are also having another very interactive session where we had like 2 sessions. There was a session of presentation, then there was a time for testimony, there was also a time for questions and answers. We are also going to create those ones in the afternoon. I've already had questions already coming in the fall, so basically I will answer those questions just before I will go on. Thank you very much. There seems to be a solution. Let me straight away go again, though it is like a repetition, but I want to introduce again triple M in a very short way, in a few minutes. After introducing triple M in a very few minutes, we'll continue from where we left, and I would ask Mr. Otieno to help me, because there will be some things I will want to be shown here on the projector, and so that we can move very, very fast. We have just like 30 minutes to present before we go to a time of questions and answers. Can I see with a show of hands how many people are coming here for the first time? They are coming here for the first time. Exactly. So there are still some people whom we need to maybe talk a little bit about the introduction of triple M. Okay, MMM is a community of people who selflessly provide financial help to each other. Now I've come up with another type of introduction. There is the word selflessly. Yeah? They are doing it selfless, without reservation order. Then there's another one, out of their willingness. For you to become a member here, you have to be willing. So you should not be coerced. Don't coerce anybody. Don't force anybody to become the member of the community. So let me just start by an example. In the example, we have communities, or we have small communities like a chama with maybe 10 people, 20 people, 50 people, and so on and so forth. So something like a chama. So I would like to say that MMM is also a chama. But it's a chama which can be accessed globally, whereby members you can be recruited globally. So MMM give us that technical program. Just excuse me a little bit. Excuse me. Just thank you very much. I want to let me remove this, or I can see I've removed it. Because I want just to represent MMM well here. Let's go into another business. It's okay, you can come over again. And remember to also take photos. Okay. So being a chama, there's no problem. We will go on. It being a chama, you know, in a chama, people can decide that now in this chama we want to give each other money. So, like about 50 people come up together to give each other money. About 50 people. It's okay, there's no problem. We used to have somewhere people can write $1. They removed it. There's no problem. So, these 50 people, each one of them have got a desire to give to each other. Yes, video. And now this is what is happening like in MMM. Let's say 75 people, or even all these 50 people, they've decided to say that 25 of us want to give financial help to the other 25. You see, Or let me put it this way. 50 people, divide them into 3 categories. Into 3 scenarios. So these 50 people, the first group, they said we are giving the other group, giving them financial help. Then the other group say we are receiving the financial help these ones are giving. Then the other group, it looks cumbersome, but I just want to explain something. The other group also say we are also going to give now to the first group, who will also give to these ones. And now it keeps on going on and on and on. You see? So MMM is now like that channel, but now with 140 members. There was a video here, we were talking about a video of ideology of MMM. Perhaps we will gonna watch that video shortly, because I can see new faces who didn't watch that video and they've never watched it before. It's a video of like 10 minutes or less. You just take your time, you watch that video again, and then we will understand the ideology of MMM. So, when these members who have become members, every one of them is called a participant. Which means for you to participate, it's not just participating by registering simply in the system and staying in the system like that. You register by participating. Once you register, the account is just online like any other account. Somebody will refer you in the system. There's a referral link. In each and every account, there is a referral link. And when you register through that referral link, you become a referrer of the person who has registered you. And now you start participating. How do you participate? You start by saying, I want to provide help. So when you are saying, I want to provide help, this is what is happening. I want to provide help. Mr. Jenu, can you show us a place to provide help? Just let it be as projected there, so that I can explain. I want to provide help, and show us with the arrows, show us clearly where to provide help. I want to provide help. Which means when you say, I want to provide help, you are applying to provide help. That is something I want each and every one of us to understand again. You are doing an application so that you can provide help. You see? Thank you very much. You are doing an application to provide help. Let me show us so that I explain to you. So there is a very big difference from where you are just going to invest. You know, when you are going to invest somewhere, of course you just go directly and you invest. Or those people give you their bank account and then you invest there. So there is a big difference of investment and MMM. MMM, you ask for a request to provide help. When you see the word PH or provide help, it means there is somebody requesting in the system to give that help. So the system will take your application, and now the system will search for somebody who needs the help. If you are providing help of 5,000 Kenya shillings, the system will analyze your application technically. Then immediately the system will give you, direct you either immediately or later on whom to give the money. And as we were talking before in the morning, we talked about Bitcoins and Bitcoin wallet. Maybe I'm gonna delve about that briefly because of the sake of new members. So the time you are saying you want to provide help, you are requesting. The system will direct you to Mr. B or Mr. K or Mr. Y in South Africa, in Lesotho, in Zimbabwe, in Uganda, Mr. Mike in Kenya, Nairobi, Mr. Moses in Eldoret, Mr. George in Kisumu, Mr. Evans in Mombasa, or any other person. the system can prompt you to give that help to anybody, provided that that person also at the same time he was also asking for what we call getting help. Getting help is written as GH. So in this system, you'll see a place, if you see the terms written PH, there is a term called PH and a term called GH. So these two terminologies, they are very, very important in the system because they will enable you to participate in the system. Yes, Mr. Tino has just reached there. So take us to a place, take us to the dashboard. Take us to the dashboard, please.